away from that 5-minute kill to the very end when you guys get those 2 goals?
It started with the kill. That was such an important piece to the game. But keeping that belief, you come out of it and you think something's good, it's going to happen, and you get a power play goal and you think that's what it is, and except it's not. Right? I think the block of time before the 5-minute kill, the belief's almost stronger than after the offside. Well, it's offside, so there's no complaint there. Just that one's a kick in the teeth. But we haven't had a lot of those this year, right? Like, it's been grinders, it's been tough. We've had key guys out of the lineup, and I felt like going back for the local people, going back to the game in Boston when we had the lead and we couldn't hold it, like we couldn't push back on it. It's just Ekblad wasn't in the lineup, Chucky wasn't in the lineup, so we kind of suffered that. So because you don't have a bunch of them, you don't have a history of the comeback, it's a little tougher, right? You don't have to, hey, remember the game. So it was a really important, mentally important that you could come back, and it's a tight game out there. So there's just, and that's even more difficult sometimes to mount the comeback. If you're trading chances back and forth, you're thinking you're right there no matter what. But when you get 2 really skilled teams, that there's not a lot of room to move the puck, so you're always wanting a little better hands on some plays, except the defensive skill of both teams is very, very high, and it's not easy to generate something.
With that, Ekblad to go from having the goal overturned to being the one to start everything in the end, just to see the stick-to-itiveness of him and being able to start things and get that redemption, maybe, I guess.
Good for him. The non-goal is a heater, but you've seen that before from him. The tying goal is a hand goal. I mean, there's some great patience. So good for him. Does a great job of getting up the ice and timing when to go in and to take that chance. So, an important part of what we do.
I don't know how well you saw it live. I'm wondering if you saw it, but his hit on Hagel, your thoughts on that? And
I think I want to be consistent with what I've said, on the Hagel. I saw it. I've seen it before. Saw it last year. And then we'll all coach, the players will play, the refs will make the calls, and the league will do what they with it. So I just want to be. I don't want to use this platform to start making my case on this. Everybody's got a job to do. I'll stay in my lane.
And just about this comeback win for you guys, what's the emotional high when you guys go from the potential of being tied 2-2 going back to Tampa, now you're up 3-1 going to Tampa?
It's 10:22 on the clock back there, so we get it for another hour and 38 minutes. You get to enjoy this. You get to, it's great. Locker room's great. And then you handle your day tomorrow.
Another big game for Brad Marchand. Obviously set up that Lundell goal. You knew what kind of player you were bringing in, NHL veteran, Stanley Cup champion, but just what has his presence meant to this team, and specifically, how has he elevated the line with the young Finns?
Well, that was the hope, right, that we would start to get some offensive mindset from that. What you don't know and you can't see is that he is up and down our bench the entire third period. All good stuff. Stay in the fight, fellas, like just all positive. He's got that, and you need that because it's quiet, right? You got guys who are playing huge minutes that aren't saying a word because they're recovering on the bench. You need somebody who just constantly reinforces the positive, and that, I'll take the 2 points are valuable, the 2 assists, but that's equally valuable because there's just so many situations like tonight in a playoff series where you need that belief when it's going against you, and he was a real driver of that.
Kind of in the same vein, just the team's belief after the Ekblad goal is overturned. You kind of talked about like Ekblad's ability to stick with it, but the whole team, after that, I think you called it a kick in the teeth, their ability to kind of stay with it.
Well, I'm hoping that the belief is stronger now than it was then, right? Because haven't had one of those in a while. Like, We offend the Boston people up front, but we haven't had one of those since Boston, right? Like one of those pull the tender, it's late, you score in overtime. The games haven't unfolded like that, and then this year we didn't have many at all, right? We were elite at developing a lead and then just holding it, and even that got away from us toward the end. We lost some leads. So it's good for you to be able to have one of those.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay.
One more, sorry. That's
This is going to be a good one.
Oh, we'll see. Paul, I know this may be prisoner of the moment stuff, but Barkov mentioned how
I missed the first part. I'm a prisoner?
I said no. You
Just in this room.
It feels like it right now.
Yeah.
Barkov mentioned in the locker room this is one of the loudest he's heard it in this building once that go-ahead
Yeah.
goal went in. This may be prisoner of the moment stuff, but considering how this game had just about a little bit of everything and then the two sets of goals 11 seconds apart, does this kind of rank up there in terms of games in this particular rivalry?
I haven't been a part of the rivalry long enough to know the back history of it. I would say that you need different kinds of wins to win a series. Your goalie's got to win you a game. Your power play's got to win you a game. Your penalty kill's got to win you a game. And then you need Lundell to score, Jones to score, Ekblad to score, not the names that you're always used to. It has to be those guys who step up. They had some big goals the other night from not their top end. That's the driver of this. For all of you who've watched the game for a long time, it's those guys, because they walk into the room differently tomorrow. And everybody's so damn happy for them, especially if they're the new guys, right? They come in and they want to be a part of it and they want to be impactful. So those goals are great.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay.